Hey guys, this is Minishcap1. I'm here with another replay review full game commentary. This game is played on my alternate account, and this game and this account were played at around 280 LP in Master. So this game, it starts off with a really awful level 1. We ended up losing Victor, and then they start chasing my team, and then I see them like collapsing down or running down, so I try to go for the collapse here. I should have ran this way through here, but I didn't. I blow the ghost here, and I try and catch wherever I can. Our Jace collapses from the other side, and then I decide to start zoning these guys out while my team kills Twisted Fate. End up blowing ghost. They chunk me really hard, so I back off. But we ended up going 1-for-1. I don't get an assist, and yeah, that's really bad, but we ended up getting more there than we should have. Overall, we're teams down by about 100 gold right here. So, pretty shitty start for both teams, but I'm gonna make the best of a bad situation in this game. So here, it's actually really bad for me if I do leash for Scarra, but I'm gonna do it anyways because I know he's off a roll, and I want him to be able to clear the jungle. So he actually fucks it up and smites first. I don't know why he did that. And so I'm just here poisoning it. And then sadly, my poison takes the last hit, so he doesn't get the gold for it. He gets fucked pretty hard by that. But it ends up for me getting level 2 really early off of that first minion death. So Illaoi's pretty annoying, but she's definitely not the worst lane for a Singe to play against. You just have to make sure that you dodge her tentacle smashes whenever you can. You want to get hit by as few of those as possible. So here she's pushing into me. I just want to make sure that I'm regenerating using my crafting potion. Or not crafting potion, sorry, refill potion and dark seal. The reason I went for the dark seal instead of crafting potion is because I wanted to have a lot of early AP to abuse Illaoi's relatively weak level 1. Sadly, that didn't get to happen because of the early game that happened, so if I actually did go Corrupting Potion here, it would have ended up being better for me. My runes this game were, it's like a little variation of a new rune page I've been trying. It's 1 AP Quint, 2 Armor Quints, health per level, yellows, magic pen reds, and AP blues. Here, I actually don't know that they're counter jungling Scarra, but you know, the fact that I didn't know didn't really matter because I just assumed that she had recalled. She didn't actually recall, she just went to go do the blue buff, and she ends up losing a few minions here for it. I'm going for the recall here because I thought she did, but then right around at this point, I see her walk into lane with blue buff, and I tell Scarra in the chat that he got counter jungled. My first back, I went for another Dark Seal because before 6, Singed actually has a pretty decent advantage on Illaoi, and you want to try and push that advantage to get as much CS as you can. I'm actually behind CS because of that awful level 1 that happened, but it ends up being pretty okay because the amount of AP I have, chunks are pretty hard over time. So right here, she's in a really shitty position because I have it frozen for my tower. I actually go for the fling here, and then I just make sure that whenever I go for the all-in here that I dodge as many of her tentacle strikes as I can because I don't want her to heal at all, and end up getting a kill on Illaoi because her pre-6 versus Singed is very weak, and the fact that I have 2 Dark Seals makes it so that versus her 0 charge Corrupting Potion that I just completely destroy her. The masteries I'm running are 18-0-12 Deathfire Touch. I know I gotta get better at recording, but there is a lot of action earlier on in this game, so it's I didn't really remember to say both of those at the same time. But yeah, runes and masteries will be linked in the description like usual. So here, I have blue buff, so I don't really lose that much for making sure that I get the last hit on that minion by flinging it. I see that she has 2 tentacles to my left and right, which is why I'm kind of hesitant to walk up. I know she's close to 6, so I don't want to like go super duper crazy, but even before she gets 6, like right here, you can still kind of harass her. And I think actually this harass, so she's away from her minions, so right here, because she's far away from the minion wave, I don't have to worry about her getting 6. If she fought me inside of her minion wave, there was a chance that she could have gotten to level 6 and then turned on me with her ultimate, because at level 6, Illaoi is a lot stronger than Singed is at 6 because of the strength of her ultimate. But she ran away from her creep wave, so I didn't have to worry about her leveling up, so I just went for the dive. With 2 Dark Seals, Corrupting Potion, and Boots, Singed can put out a lot of damage with his ultimate. So here I'm being really greedy, and I know she doesn't have teleport, so I'm going for the extra wave here, just to make my recall a little bit better. Because if I take her wave before my minions even get damaged, essentially I get to come back, and the wave will be frozen right about here. You also want to kill her tentacles whenever you can. So on this buy, I did something a little bit interesting. I went Swiftness Boots because I want to be able to dodge as many of her tentacle strikes as I can, and I don't actually have movement speed runes this game, so having the movement speed from Swifties is good. They don't have that much hard CC. You actually cannot reduce the duration of Alistair's knockback and knockup with Merc Treads, and the only other CC they have is Twisted Fate's gold card. And if it's just that gold card that I'm needing to worry about, I'm not even going to bother buying Merc Tread. If I needed like magic resist on that slot, I would have bought Merc Treads, but I don't need that much magic resist this game either. So there, I actually probably should have gone for the pink ward kill, but saw that there was a flank that I could do bot. So I went for the TP, I ghost and ult. I couldn't catch Lucian, but I could get a really bullshit fling on Lee Sin there. He was literally tilted from that. And then we end up tower diving Lucian. I don't want Scarra to tank the tower. I want to tank it myself, because with my ult running, I'm way tankier than Kha'Zix is, and we're able to get out with 2 kills. So right here, yeah, I just want to channel my recall as fast as I can. I want to try and get back to top lane so there's minimal damage on this tower. Victor roams up to try and save this tower, but this is actually the wrong thing for him to do. He needs to be here in mid lane, making sure that Twisted Fate doesn't get a free ultimate down the bottom lane. Because if Twisted Fate ulted right there and caught like Nami recalling, or if he caught our Jace recalling, then he would have probably helped his team like really immensely while we're making a comeback here. So for Victor getting these minions up top, I actually ended up having to go mid and help wave clear this, and it just makes our rotation awkward, but it's not that big of a deal. We did end up taking less tower damage, but we lost map pressure for it, but we kept their towers alive. On my last recall, I ended up buying a Catalyst because I'm going to be going straight into Righteous Glory this game because I'm ahead and I want to carry my team through team fighting. I'm not going to be able to pressure Illaoi with a Zerat. Right there, I fucked up pretty bad and I got caught warding. Hold on, I'm going to rewind. As I'm leaving mid lane, I dropped the ward there, and Lee Sin's right there. They had that gank planned. There's not much I can do, but they do chase me for quite a long time. They're both taking burn damage from DFT and my Corrupting Potion and Poison, so we end up going 1-for-1 there when I probably should have just died for free. It ended up being okay, but I still didn't need to die there. If I knew that Lee Sin was there, I could have maybe dodged the Q, or I could have stayed away from Twisted Fate, but in all honesty, I didn't realize that Twisted Fate was rotating down for me from mid lane. I could have just played that better. So here, Twisted Fate teleports bot. I'm pretty sure, yeah, we still end up getting the kill, and then they almost turn this, but sadly, I'm pretty sure Jace dies here. Yeah, Jace dies here. Alistair goes to the flash. She flashes this wall, and then we get a kill from Victor here. So another, what was that? 1-for-2? Yeah, 1-for-2 there, not bad. So right here, I'm just CSing under tower. CSing under tower, actually, with the new poison, is not all that different. It's just, you need to time it a little bit earlier. Time it a little bit earlier in relation to the tower shot, and you should still be able to CS just like you used to. So here, Illaoi either recalled or she went to go do a jungle camp. She ended up doing a jungle camp, so I'm just hard pushing into her tower. There, I probably should have killed the pink ward, but I decided to be greedy and go for the proxy instead. Which is fine. Like, her having the pink ward there is not going to change anything because I didn't ward the bush. So here, I see people collapsing on Kha'Zix, collapsing on Scarra, so I just decided to start running down. I don't want anything bad to happen to him, but sadly I couldn't save him. Here, I do something pretty interesting, I think. I start to proxy the mid wave because what they were going to do... Let me rewind and show you. What they were going to do, if you notice, as soon as Scarra died, the Twisted Fate, Alistar, and Lee Sin, they start running mid. They want to take this tower, and I'm like, I shouldn't let them take the tower. So I do the one thing that Singe is good at doing, and that's stalling games. I'm stalling the game right now. I'm stopping them from pushing their lead by taking this wave. And I'm making Alistar chase. Here I just decided to execute because I realized that Alistar's probably chasing, so. And while Alistar is up here chasing me, my team got a kill on Lucian. So what would have ended up being one tower death for us actually ends up being a kill. We end up losing this tower here, but it's not the worst thing in the world because we got to kill bottom for it, and that tower was going to go down anyways considering like Illaoi's not helping her team that much. She solo kills Victor, but I teleport and pop my Righteous Glory and go for the kill on her.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
So here, because Illaoi's dead, I have red buff, so I know that I can go for pressure on the tower here. And I force her teleport because I'm actually killing her really quickly with red buff and my double dark seals. Oh yeah, the reason I went double dark seals is because it's the cheapest way for you to get ability power early on. So here I notice that they're diving my mid lane, so I go for a ghost and ult and just try and get in range and see if I can pick anyone off. I think I end up getting Twisted Fate here, which makes that shitty situation into another 1-for-1, which you're gonna notice a lot this game is I just try and be wherever I can on the map and make what would have been a bad situation into a moderately better one. And it ends up paying off for us in the end. So here I still have a little bit of duration on red buff, so I'm just going to hit this tower with Nami and get as much damage as we can on it. Here, I was actually telling my team that I thought if we collapsed in the middle tower that we could have gotten that tower, which we could have, but then they ended up prioritizing this Ocean Dragon that was here because our Jace is not building tier, and a tierless Jace having Ocean Dragon is actually really good because he gets mana sustain. So this next buy, I got a Raptor Cloak, and I'm gonna end up building that into a Z0 because my tower's down, and I wanna have some way for Illaoi to be forced to come up here and wave clear while I go around and team fight. Right there, I should have killed that pink ward, but my priority was getting the mid lane to help my team because they picked off our Nami. So here I gotta play this pretty carefully because I don't want to get CC locked by Alistar, I don't want to get stunned by Twisted Fate because then I have to blow my ult and try and run away. So just come mid, show... I give them my presence, let them know I'm here. They end up going for the fight anyways. Or do they? No, they don't. No, they don't. So this is actually pretty risky by me going for a play like this because Illaoi is shoving top lane, but because I'm pretty far ahead, I can force pretty ridiculous shit like this. So right there we got Alistar's Flash, we got Lucian's Heal. So that's 2 summoner spells for 2 high cooldown summoner spells for my low cooldown Ghost and Ultimate, which is not that. So here I just end up going up top and pushing this wave back out because it was shoved into my tower. I see Illaoi there, and I don't really want to 1v1 her at this point because with her ultimate up, she's stronger than I am, and my ult's down. And even then, even if I could 1v1 her, I'm not sure if I would want to because of how frequently the fights are happening between my team and theirs on the other side of the map. So they're gonna rewind that. Here, they caught Lee Sin while he was doing his Krug. Let's see how this happened. Alright, so Scarra just jumps over the wall and he pretty much gets one shot. I see that Lee Sin's dead, so I'm assuming right now that I don't actually have to teleport anywhere. Because the other team is not going to take a 4v4 fight when my teammates are stronger than theirs.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
Scarra just, I know that Illaoi recalled, so I'm going to take this tower. She's not wanting to use her teleport because she knows that the fights are happening across the map so frequently. Probably the right call by her, but it gives Scarra time to walk up to top lane, then we just, we gank her as soon as she comes back to lane. So right here, my priority isn't actually killing Illaoi, it's keeping Scarra alive because Scarra is the majority of the damage out here. Because since my damage is mostly dot damage and Illaoi's tanky, and he's the burst damage, I need to keep him alive, otherwise if Illaoi ends up surviving, then it's disastrous for my team. I'm gonna rewind this a bit. So right here, I noticed that Lee Sin was flanking my team, and I wanted to try and zone him out. If he landed that Q on Victor, we would have instantly lost the fight, because he would have ended up killing Victor, Nami, and probably Jace too. And then I go around, all the way around, and I try zoning them out. Right here, I'm spamming back pings because I don't want them to keep fighting. I don't have any cooldowns, neither does my team. And I just want us to GTFO as fast as we can. I end up finishing my Zizir out here and selling one of my Dark Seals for a Ruby Crystal. Just walking up mid to farm while Victor clears top. And then basically at this stage of the game, I'm just trying to make picks on people and trying to end the game. I start heading top because I saw that Victor recalled and I want to be able to pressure. I put my Z0 down. I see the fight happening, but I'm waiting to find a good teleport. I don't find one, and I'm pretty sure the Alistar actually blocked Scarra's jump here. I didn't want them to go for this fight here because I wasn't there. Alistar ended up blocking Scarra's jump, and then he died. So we lost that little skirmish, and I have to try and come so they don't. I have to try and come mid so they don't like steamroll my team. So right here, I'm just kind of baiting them in and out of the bush. I force them to use a ward here just to see where I am. I just kind of keep walking forward and backwards, and they don't know whether to go for a dragon or whether to try and catch me. They ended up deciding to go for a dragon, and I walk up. My mentality here, my mentality here is that I want to try and push the wave and like make them lose CS for it. But I end up seeing Lee Sin. I get a really bullshit fling on him, and we end up catching him. So now his team is like, do we do dragon or do we leave? They don't know what to do. My ult is still running, so I'm going to try and zone this Lucian out. I don't want this Lucian hitting my team. Illaoi is decently far behind, so it's not like she can carry the fight, because she actually gets a really good Illaoi ultimate here, and we take a lot of damage, but she doesn't kill anybody, which is good. If I didn't zone that Lucian over here in this fight, then he would have gotten damage off my team, and Illaoi would have got like a quadra kill or something. That would have been pretty bad. So it would have been a really shitty situation for us. Gets saved by the fact that I caught Lee Sin over here. I zoned their AD carry off of my team and stopped him from doing damage the entire time. He blew his entire Lucian ultimate on me. So on my next back, I bought a Haunting Guise because my plan was to go straight into Liandry's, and the reason I'm doing this is because Lee Sin is getting HP, Illaoi has a lot of HP, and Alistar is getting a lot of HP. Plus he has an Aegis, which gives his whole team, like, I think 15 or 20. It gives them 10 magic resistance. So the Haunting Guise basically nullifies that for my poison and then some more. So having the Haunting Guise there versus their HP and MR is a pretty good buy. Once it becomes a Liandry's, it's just even better. Here I'm just, like I said before, I'm just walking around with my team and trying to make picks. I don't want to be top lane too much because this game has been all about just team fighting. Plus it's not like Illaoi can exactly split push me. I put my Caesar out there to try and pressure bot lane because I know that there's going to be a fight mid because everyone's posturing. Alistar goes for the engage. I'm actually going to rewind this and start at the beginning of the fight. Here, Alistar goes for the engage because they're getting pretty desperate. I pop my ultimate Ghost and Righteous Glory, and I start getting a lot of damage on the Lucian. As you can see, I actually get a kill on Lee Sin with my poison, and I zone their backline completely out of the fight before I turn back around and start to go for Illaoi. Because of how tanky I am and how much speed I have under the tower with my Ghost, ult, Righteous Glory, and Zizarot portal, it's really easy for me to like get in onto Twisted Fate and Lee Sin and get out before they can actually turn and start doing damage on me. And it just basically stops them from like doing any damage in the fight while my team just cleans up whoever they have that goes in. We take this tower pretty quickly. 2 for this inhibitor here. I think we just back off. Yeah, so we just back off here. And I'm pretty sure we just we reset. I'm like telling my team in the chat right now to recall together because you don't want to recall separately versus Twisted Fate because that way he can just take one person off. He uses ult back here, and they're getting even more desperate to try and like make a pick while we don't have any cooldowns up, but they don't end up not getting anyone because we had really good ward coverage and we knew exactly where we could run to. So here I'm just looking to recall and buy my completed Liandry's. My recall gets fucked up a little bit because they start harassing me, but it's really not that big of a deal. Ideally, you want to try and prevent this from happening to you, but the fact that we're so far ahead means I can waste like 20 or 30 seconds recalling. It doesn't make that big of a difference. So here, I see that there's a ward over here, and there's 4 people here, and Illaoi's bottom, so I start teleporting. Even though it's a 5v4, I have Liandry's, I have a shit ton of HP, and I have a lot of movement speed. I can make this 4v5 work because I can just catch everybody, put them in like a little cluster, make them chase me, and then have Victor flash and ult E onto their entire team and kill them. I'm gonna play that back again. So right here, I go for the teleport, and they see me going for the teleport. I pop my Righteous Glory when I can get on top of these two and slow them. Victor goes for the flash, he gets the laser, and we just kind of kill everybody. And then we run it down mid and end the game. So yeah, the idea is that basically versus Illaoi, you just want to emphasize your early game as much as you can and try and help your team, because after 6 you're never going to kill a 1v1. I hope you guys enjoyed that one.